For me, it was very easy. The computer is very self-explanatory. It wasn't like something crazy or something weird that I needed to do. It seemed to be very, very down to the point. I could do it really quick, fairly quick. Oh, a whole world. It's really, really simple. Just because when you're doing the wall, you have to be careful with the kids that are just playing with you, or they're trying to either looking the kid before them and they're trying to learn it so they don't get them wrong, or they get worried and then they start like, you know, with a computer they can't do that. They figure there's a game and they cannot. It's for them. It's just not about winning. It's just, oh, it's a game. So and the other is a test. The one is a test. So I have to pass that one. This one is not. They don't. They're not worried about. I have to pass that test. I just have to play this game, and I tell them it's a game. Just follow the game. It takes time. Make sure you don't forget which high did you did. Make sure you did it. Sometimes I was like, wait, I had to question myself when you have other kids over there trying to mess around, and then you have that one that you're doing the test over here. So I'm like, okay, wait, no, let's do it again because I'm not sure if I did it correctly. So I always try to make sure I got the correct eye because some kids would do really well with one, really bad with the other one. So that part I was always worried about not getting them mixed up. Hmm. It just makes it go faster. I can handle, I was doing 3 to 4 computers at once, and I was able to handle them correctly. I cannot do that with a short. That would be impossible.
Well, I usually just start by explaining that it's on the computer. So we do have, like, as new nurses start, we have to explain to them EyeSpy and how it works and how it's going to help them do their mass screening. So I'm in charge of scheduling all of the mass screenings for the Alhambra School District. So I explain how we can do multiple students at one time and that it's a very fast and efficient way to get the screening done and also get those results and the referrals out to the parents quickly. It is like a game. The kids love it. They sit down and they're excited versus when sometimes they come into the room for like a vision screening on the wall. They don't see anything fun. They don't see computers. So they're scared sometimes, the little kids. But especially as the years go, we use this every year with our kids so they get used to it and then they look forward to it. I'm thankful for the availability on the computer that the kids disappear off the list because they come around and try to go again. Try to play the game twice because it is fun for them. So the kids were like, did you already go? We can't find you. Are you new? Why aren't you in the computer system? And it turns out the kid already played the game and they wanted to play again. So I think the kids really enjoy it. And so it's a good way to get the screening complete pretty quick and efficiently and also have the kids have a good time doing it. Oh, absolutely. We've had several students fail, and then sometimes we're even looking into like how bad can't they see if they can't even when we're trying to explain are they not understanding the game versus can they not see the shapes and when it's like you're on the biggest shape like you should be able or the letter like they're the largest ones you if you can't see the top then you definitely can't match the bottom so we've even found kids like that who are like oh no I don't I see fine and it's like if you can't see the largest ones you definitely can't see so it's definitely helped us identify a lot of kids with vision needs. This gives us the availability to screen tons of kids at once and just like spend a day and get it all done. Otherwise, I just don't feel it would happen. When we're trying to do the wall chart with a student who doesn't speak any English, there's no way you can do it with one person. You can't be pointing at the wall and holding a card to match like at the same time. You're like setting up a chair, trying to like tape it on there, watching where they point. Versus EyeSpy, you can have the computer going, you can sit next to the child and have them point and have them match, and it's just easier to one person help a child, or showing them, making them notice that, okay, these, look, now it's the bottom and the top are the same shape. When they're the same, that's when you're going to click the mouse. And it's easier just to demonstrate that to someone who doesn't speak English versus trying to do it on the wall chart is not really possible with one screener.
We are a newcomer school. We're one of very few in the country, so we are in our second year of existence. And in order to come to this school, parents choose this school for their children, and they have to have no English or beginner English. It's like emergent, pre-emergent English. So none of our students here have ever attended school in the United States, and none speak English. And they come here for a year of intensive English, and then they go back to their community school more prepared to work with their peers and continue learning. About half our kids come through the refugee program, and about half our kids are immigrants from other countries, but none of them speak English.
You only have so many times to show them, okay, look, try this letter, this letter, this letter, and like try to do the demonstration before you're like, okay, we don't want them to be memorizing them. Versus EyeSpy, you can show them over and over and know that the next one's going to be random. So they're not able to memorize it. If one kid, we have 5 of them standing around watching one child do it, we know their test is going to be different. So we're not worried. When we're doing it in here and we're doing it on the eye chart, we're like, don't watch, because we don't want them to hear like the same, and then they'll know, oh, it's house, circle, square, you know. With EyeSpy, it's okay to watch the other child play the game. And the Spanish referral is great too. I mean, majority of our students, if they don't speak English, speak Spanish, so having that Spanish option to just send home a letter in Spanish instead of us translating and rewriting the kids' names and the teacher and all of that is great.